Hey guys, Big Anthony here. No, this is not a workout video, but I've got to stretch my back a little bit. Too much tension. There's too much going on in the world. Too much hocus pocus going on in the country. So much news bombarding you each day. So many treasonous things going on every single day. Almost every single hour you hear something. It's enough to just tense and tighten every muscle in your body. So you need to. Today I went out for a really nice walk. I spent about an hour in the sun just walking, listening to some YouTube videos, and then came back home, stretched out a little bit. It's about 20 to 6 now Eastern time, almost 6 p.m. And I wanted to just make a video just to put my 2 cents on some things and to also talk about some things. If you looked on my community page, you saw that I posted a few pictures of my leg. So it's my left leg in the picture. And last Thursday I was at was looking for some trash cans that we needed for an event, a game that was going to go on. We needed some extra trash cans. I went to that spot that's in the picture that I posted to pull out some cans that I found in there, and we were going to wash them off and then bring them to the game and use them at the game until we got the new ones, because the new ones hadn't arrived yet. So as I went into that area, that little trash area that you see in the picture on my community page on my channel, at some point when I was pulling the cans out and rustling around back there, something crawled up my pant leg, and I had long pants on, but I had only like an above ankle sock on. I didn't have a high sock on, and something bit me. I didn't realize it until I was driving back in the van, driving back to wherever I was going. I noticed like a little sting or an itch. I didn't really give it much thought at the time until I got home later that night, and I kind of looked at my leg, and that's when I took the picture. I came in the garage here and took the picture, and the infection was already spreading from the bite site, which was down my lower, behind my ankle there, or just on the above the ankle, just above the ankle, back below the calf. And I noticed the infection traveling, so I did the next morning, I wasn't able to get into the doctor, so I did a medical visit. The doctor called me up. I happened to be driving when she called me. We had a connection, so I pulled over and I physically showed her, as we were talking, I described what happened. I showed her the injury with the phone, and she right away prescribed Keflix, or Cephalexin, I think it's called, for 7 days. That's what I've been on. So that was last Friday. So today's Wednesday. I still have another day, I think, of the antibiotic. I followed up at my doctor on Monday, and she seemed to think it was some type of spider bite. Might have been a brown recluse spider, she said. I mean, the wound right now is, the wound turned almost like a blackish color in the back. It's gotten a lot smaller now, and it looks like it's healing up. The line going up my leg made it all the way to about the middle of my thigh, headed towards my groin area, and then it stopped. The medicine, or the Keflex might have, the Keflex did stop it from spreading. So why am I talking about this? So as preppers, as people that are prepared for things that are going on in the world, in the community, in the neighborhood, a lot of times we're always focused on, the big things, things that tangibly you could picture in your head. But what we don't think about is the things that can kill us that are unseen. And so in this case, You could be out there, have the best training in the world, the best gear in the world, all the best preps in the world. You do one thing or go in the one wrong area, and something like that bites you in an SHTF situation, and you have no medical personnel that you could respond to, and you have nothing in your arsenal to combat it sufficiently. That little spider or flea or whatever it is can spread an infection, and that infection can go on to kill you. So the moral of the story is we need to always be thinking about some of these things, like how do I dress when I go out to work versus, so I'm going to be more cognizant of what I wear, the garments I wear, the boots I wear, the shoes I wear, because I've gotten bit twice now in the same leg, once back in July and once now. July was bad as well. I had to go on medicine, penicillin for that, moxicillin for that one, and now this that hit me. So that's twice in just a few months that happened. Next time there might be something going on where I can't get to the doctor, and I get bit by something that can cause some severe harm. So keep that in mind when you're prepping and going about your prepping, and be aware of your surroundings, where you're going, where you're laying your head down, what you're doing, because it seems like everywhere I go I get bit by something. I don't know if it's I smell a certain way or what, but things just happen to things just like biting me. So I thought I'd update you guys on that. So I basically and my wife's not feeling good, so she's been off for a couple of days, and I took off, and I'm staying with her and I'm helping her out. And in the meantime, I'm also resting myself and kind of regrouping and just seeing where we're headed into the fall and winter months. And I don't see a lot of good things happening, especially now with. It's quite evident that we have a leadership, a government that's basically sold us out as a nation. They totally 100% disregard the Constitution, the American way, if you will, values, morals, whatever you want to call it. These people now, I've seen it before, but now it's just blatantly. Does China just own us? Does China own us 100%? Do they own all of our military leaders, our government officials? Have they paid everybody off? Have they made some kind of backroom deal that, hey, we're the next superpower, you guys, step aside, the dollar's going to go this way, the yuan's going to go this way, and we're going to be the new big boy on the block. If you want to stay in the game, listen to what we say, take our payoffs, tell your people to go scratch, tell your people to go to hell, put some more mandates on them, keep them quiet, and we'll just move on and we'll be best buddies moving forward in this beautiful communist world that we live in. Is that basically what happened? Because that seems like what has happened to me. It's just my view on things, and it just seems how it's been playing out. Uncle Joe's not the president, in case you were wondering. Yes, he does have handlers. Yes, he is told what to say. Yes, he is told who to talk to. He probably 100% everything is scripted. And who's controlling him? Well, I believe the Obama administration officials that were, when Obama was officially the president for 2 terms, over 90% of those same people in that administration are now in the Biden administration. So with Obama never really leaving D.C. and having his structure there where it's fully command post, fully operational, my view is that he's probably the de facto president right now. So that's just my belief. Other people might have some other ideas. You could feel free to comment. I don't censor the comments, so feel free to comment and question things and talk about things and get a conversation going. I'll go even further and tell you that when Donald Trump was president, I don't even think he was fully in power either. So if you were to ask me, Obama's on his fourth term right now. That's just my belief, my feelings, my view of how I see things over the years. So we are in a heap of crap, guys. And so there's a point where you see that they want to push something really, really fast and really are spending a lot of manpower pushing it, a lot of strong arming pushing it. And that worries me, because what do they know that the masses don't know? And I'm sure it's a lot. And if you've done any study in history of governments and what they have done when they've become tyrannical, you'll see that they do not regard the people that highly or with much esteem. So there's a time where you have to stand and you have to push back. This is the time. In fact, if you go back on my videos back to 2008 when Obama was elected, back then, if you watch some of my videos, and they're still on there on my channel, I said it was SHTF time back then. So from that time to now it's really pressing because of what's happened over the last 18 months to almost 2 years now with the pandemic. So they have an agenda. They have a global agenda. It's not just the United States. We've entered into a realm of this world system. I mention it, I talk about it as the beast system that's being built. And it's going to be built. At some point, it's going to be built. They may not stay on their 100% on their timelines. Maybe it'll be faster, maybe it'll be slower. I don't know. But all I know is that system is going to be built sooner or later. Whether you believe in Yahweh or not, whether you believe in the Bible or not, that system is being built. You could see it. They've told us what they want. You could read it in their documents. And they're moving forward with it, with or without us. Okay? And it may be without many of us. And when I say us, I mean people of the world citizens. There's world citizens in every country around the world that just want to be left alone, that just want to live their lives, want to go to work, they want to provide for their families, they want to, retire and travel, and they want to live. They want to live their lives, especially here in America. Americans want to live their lives. They don't want to be, for the most part, pushed into something that they don't believe in. And so that's the point where we're at right now. The problem is in America that many, many people have been watching the television, and they're so brainwashed by that television, they believe anything that they hear on it. And so many of those people are so dumbed down and on board with this agenda or program they're being sold that they're willing, or think that they're going, they actually think that the government cares about them. Well, one day they're going to wake up and find out that that's not true. Then there's another camp in America that basically is telling the current administration to go F yourself. We're not going to stand for it. We're not going to take it. I'm just not going to do it. It's like, my wife calls me a thickhead. Yeah, I could be a thickhead. When I don't want to do something, I just don't do it. I won't do it. I'll rebel, I'll push back, I'll do whatever it takes not to do it. And that's the point I'm at right now. So whatever I'm hearing, it's usually the opposite of whatever they want me to do, the opposite is taking place. So they're telling me they care about my health. The bell goes off in my head that bing, ding, 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 they don't care about your health. So why would I go and march in line lockstep with them and their agenda, their program, when they're telling me they care about me, but they're selling aborted baby heads around the world for research or whatever they're doing with them, devil worshipping. So why would I take medicine from them if they're killing people and selling their body parts? Why would I do that? And think, why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe you think that they really care about you and they really do want you to live a long life and enjoy prosperity and be able to do what you want and have freedoms and not be scrutinized and surveilled every 5 seconds of the day, not be tested and prodded and poked every corner that we turn, not taking their misdeeds and spinning them on the heads of those that didn't want to go along with the program, when it's the opposite that's taking place. They have a great disinformation campaign. They have the media on their side. They have brainwashed individuals on their side. The government controls most of what we see and hear. So it is easy to get swept up in that. Oh, they said that it's 90% effect, 98% effective. And I tell people, who's they? Well, they. I seen a thing on the news, on the newspaper. Yeah. Disinformation, propaganda, television. Guys, for many it's too late to start prepping now. There's always a chance you might be able to get some supplies in place for what's coming, but for what's coming you're going to need a lot of stuff. Even the preppers that live, in those areas of the country, and they're pretty much self-sufficient, and they're out in those, and I'm not mocking them. I actually would love to have a place like that at some point. The agenda that's coming on the scene wants all those areas off limits to people and wants people herded into the cities. So that may be the first place they go to empty out and push those people back into the city. So what I'm saying is there may not be anywhere that's really 100% safe from the powers that be. So is it good to have a place out in the 100 miles from the nearest city, out where you're self-sufficient and farming? And yeah, but that's what they don't want you to have. They're 100% against that. So they may come after those people first. That's just me thinking out loud. It may not, happen that way. I know everyone says the cities are going to get slammed. Of course, there's crime and looting and stuff like that. If you're caught up in that in the cities, you're a goner. But the problems we're facing now as a world, not just as a nation, as a world, is there's a technocracy coming that can give two shits less about if you live or die. You're going to go along with the program or you're going to go bye-bye. And so that's how you have to be thinking in your preparedness and the stand that you're going to take in the months and years coming. And then you have to think of, like me, my family, grandkids, children, their kids, What kind of world are they going to grow up in and live in? Lots to think about, guys, and I don't know if I have all the answers. I know who has all the answers, and that's Almighty Yah has all the answers. It's been given to us. We know in the end who wins. We know they don't succeed ultimately. They do initially, but don't ultimately. The problem is staying the course, being an overcomer, being a follower of Yeshua. Does not mean cowering when the government says to follow unbiblical mandates or things that go against Yah's word. You do the opposite as a believer. So that's where I stand. So nothing will change my mind. And I don't care what anybody thinks, basically. So that's the mindset that you're dealing with here with this man. So basically, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say and think of what I talked about, some of the points I touched on. Are there traitors in our government? Of course, they all should be taken out, tried for treason. The big dog and pony show about voting and stuff like that, that's going out the window. I don't suspect anybody's going to lose power come 2022. This is all a bunch of bullcrap you're hearing. These things are gone. The last election proved it. They're not backing down. I think Gavin Newsom's won by a so-called landslide. The recall election. Guys, this is way beyond that. They control everything. And now with all the Monkey Works calls them poppies and oh gosh, the Afghans and the people from Mexico, South America, Central America, people coming here, people that were brought here, unvetted, unchecked medically, measles spreading, other diseases probably that we don't know of yet, spreading amongst populations here. Nothing's being mandated for them, so another reason why you need to think for yourself. Is YouTube censoring the video? I don't give a crap what they do. YouTube's going to do what YouTube does. Do you want to censor my video? Censor it. God bless you. In the end, YouTube doesn't win either. Yah wins in the end. Yeshua is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The Lion from the tribe of Judah has been victorious. That's set in stone. You can count on it. The problem is, will you follow the word or will you follow the world? And that's where I'll end the video today. Big Anthony signing off. Stay ready. Blessings.